this is Ajay Singh Patil and you're watching Ajay English Word. Dear friends, as you know, I'm posting videos on Maharashtra State Board English subject and I have posted the first poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. Dear friends, many students have seen this video, more than 500 views are there, but only very few students have subscribed the channel. So friends, I would like to appeal you once again, you have to subscribe my channel, then you will get new videos. When I will post videos, then you will get notification about that. So just now you have to first of all subscribe Ajay English Word and hit on bell icon, so you will get notification also about Ajay English Word. Number 1.2 The Thief Story by Ruskin Bond. This is a simple and heartwarming story about a small-time thief and the man he robs and what finally happens. Dear friends, let's solve the activities from warming up section, and we have first activity here. Read the following incident. Dear friends, we have an incident about Lokesh and Farhan. You have to read this incident carefully. While reading, you have to focus on some words and phrases because afterwards we are going to solve an activity related to this. Let's start to read the incident. Lokesh had always been a class topper in tests and examinations. However, invariably, he used foul means during exams to gain those high marks. Once, on the day of his examination, Lokesh realized that his classmate and friend Farhan came all prepared for maths instead of history. Farhan had become desperate. So Lokesh offered to let him copy from his answer sheet since Farhan sat just behind him. Farhan refused. He said, "It's all right, even if I get a 0, but I can call it my own 0. I do not want to score a single mark unearned. Cheating in exams is for cowards, not me." These words were a turning point in Lokesh's life. He gave up cheating forever. He worked hard for what he desired and never, ever used false means to acquire anything. Dear friends, it was a really very good story, and now we have to solve an activity related to this story, and that activity is in the given story which words phrases can be replaced by the following ones. Now we have some phrases here. You have to find out similar words or phrases from the story to these words or phrases. Dear friends, let's start to solve this activity. Here is first phrase, became aware. This phrase can be replaced instead of realized. Another is there always. It can be replaced on the place of variably. Another phrase is there, very upset and helpless. This phrase can be used instead of desperate. Next, cheating word is there. It can be replaced on the place of foul means. Without working for it, this phrase can be used on the place of unearned. Next, a sudden change. It can be replaced on the place of a turning point. Gain, achieve. This can be replaced on the place of acquire. Dear friends, by this activity, we came to know about a very beautiful story about Farhan. And now we came to know about some words and phrases. Let's move towards the next activity. B activity. Summarize the incident in 6 to 8 lines, making Lokesh the narrator. Dear friends, in first activity we read the story about Lokesh and Farhan, but that story was told by another person. Now you have to imagine that Lokesh is explaining the same incident. So now how he will explain the incident? So now here is Farhan and here is Lokesh. Now Lokesh is telling the story. Begin with, I was always a class topper. I means Lokesh. Now how Lokesh will explain this story? Let's see. I was always a class topper in tests and examinations. However, I have to accept that I invariably used fall means to gain those high marks. Once, On the day of the Hindi examination, Farhan became desperate as he had come prepared for Marathi instead of Hindi. I offered to let him copy from my answer sheet, but Farhan refused, saying that he did not want to score a single unearned mark and that cheating is for cowards. This was the turning point in my life, and from then I gave up cheating and learned to work hard for whatever I wanted. About the author, Ruskin Bond, 1934, is an Indian author of British descent. He lives with his adopted family in Landow, in Mussoorie, India. The Indian Council for Children Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He got the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra for his published work in English. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. Ruskin Bond, a great author. Dear student, today we are going to learn a very beautiful story. I would like to tell you that story. And the story is The Thief's Story. In 10th standard, second lesson is there in English subject. The Thief's Story written by Ruskin Bond. Dear friends, before that story, I would like to explain the characters. And the first character is there, Anil. Anil's age is 25 years. He is a writer. He is writing many books there. He is writing for some magazines and he is earning money. Sometimes he is borrowing money from people and he is lending sometimes money to the people. He is very good person. He is very thin in lean appearance with a clear unlined face. His income is not regular. It is irregular. Sometimes he has to struggle to get money from people also. Sometimes he waits for check from the people also. And he is interested in wrestling matches. He likes to watch wrestling. He is very hard worker also. And he is alone living in his home. So this was Anil. Let's talk about Hari. Hari is the narrator of the story. He is telling us the story from his life. He is explaining to us the story of his life. He is actually thief. His age is 15 years. But he is a very expert in stealing the money from the people, to rob the people. He is very expert in that. He is also thin. There are many scars on his face. And he earns money by stealing to the people, to make fool to the people. Hari is very cunning person. He is very shrewd also. He is insincere in his work. He is untruthful. He is ambitious. And finally, we can find gratefulness in him also. Hari is very expert in reading the face of people because he has great experience to meet many people, to deal with many people. So now he understands how the people are. Very easily he can read the faces of the people and he understands the nature of the people when at first he meet to the people. We find him changing his name. Time to time he changes his name there. The reason was there, he do not want it to be caught by his former colleagues, by the police. So he was always changing his name. Actually, Hari is not his original name. When Hari met to Anil, Anil was watching wrestling match. And Hari appreciate Anil there, that he was looking as a wrestler. But Anil was not impressed by his remark. And Anil says to him, "You are also like a wrestler." Both of them were very busy in talking about wrestling. And very wisely, Hari put the topic in front of Anil. He come to the point and ask Anil that he could give him a job. But Anil says, "I don't have more money and I could not pay you for this." So he says, "I cannot give you any work." But Hari says that he could cook for him. So Anil thinks that if he cooks for me, then I will feed to you. I will feed to him. And so he said, okay, you come to me. And both of them decide there to stay together. Then Anil took him to his room. His room was there over the Jamuna sweet shop, and both of them started living there. It was very small room. So Anil says to Hari that you have to sleep in balcony. And so in this way they started living together. Anil was sleeping inside the room and Hari was sleeping into the balcony. Both of them started living together. Anil used to teach him how to read and write. He was teaching him how to add numbers, how to count, and Hari was taking interest in that. Hari likes to read also. Hari was thinking, if I learn something, then it will be beneficial for his life. On the very first day, when Hari cooked for Anil, the food was very bad. Actually, Anil could not eat a single morsel also. Finally, he had to throw this to give to the stray dogs. But after that, Anil said, you can go now. But Hari was very expert. He understood the nature of Anil and he smiled only. After that, Anil himself told him that I will teach you how to cook. Hari was cooking for the Anil many times. He was going outside to purchase grocery also. Many times the amount was remaining, he was keeping in his pocket. But Anil was not asking him anything. Anil knew everything about him. He also understood Hari. He is stealing money. He is keeping money, remaining amount there in his pocket. But he never said anything to him. But Hari was also, it was not his job to stealing very small amount. He was waiting now for a big robbery. One day, Anil got a lot of amount. He came with a bundle of notes in his hand at home. Hari saw that. Then the thief in him arose. Then Hari started thinking. He started making plan to steal that money because the day has come now to steal the money. And now at the evening both of them took dinner and Anil went to sleep. But it was in Hari's mind how to steal that money. When Hari didn't keep that money into the locker, into the lock, he kept all the money under his mattress and he slept there. At night, near about 9:30 to 10 o'clock, Hari woke up. He went near to Hari and he slipped his hand under the mattress and he got all the amount. And then Hari left that room. He ran away from that place. He went to the railway station. He stopped at a place. He counted the amount. It were 600 rupees and he was very pleased now. He thought, now I will live a life like a king for some days. And so he started running to catch the train. Actually, something was running in his mind. He saw the train which was the last train for Lucknow at 10:30. He saw the train which was departing from the platform. He ran, but something was holding him back. He could catch the train, but he could not catch the train because of something was there in his mind, and deliberately he left the train. The train departed. He stopped on the railway station. He started thinking what to do now. Then he was thinking about Anil. From the railway station he went to the open space. He went to the Maidan. This Maidan word is used there in Hindi. That is called code mixing. We will learn in some activities about code mixing. So he went to the open ground there. After that, by the bazaar, he went to a park. Anil sat on the bench into the park and he was thinking about Anil there. It was very chill night. There was a little bit raindrops. There was a shower, and the notes in his hand were drenched. It were wet. And after that, he is thinking about Anil. He thinks that Anil is a very good person. Now he cannot go to any friend of him because there was no any friend. The only one friend was Anil. And now he is thinking about his attachment with Anil. Anil used to teach him how to read and write. He was teaching him how to add numbers, which was very beneficial for him in his life to improve his standard. He is thinking Anil is very good person. When he will come to know about this, he will feel very sad. Not for his money, but for his trust. I am not stealing his money, and he will not feel bad about the money also, but he will feel bad about the trust which is broken by me. So he is thinking very much about Anil, and slowly he is thinking to go back to the Anil again. But he is thinking, if he came to know about this, then what will happen? Even though Hari dares to go to Anil again to return his amount, to return his money. And dear friends, he took final decisions to go back to the Anil. He went to the Anil and he saw there Anil was sleeping. He was pleased to see that. He went to the Anil and he replaced the amount under the mattress as it is, and he also slept. But next morning, what happened? Anil woke up very early in the morning. He made tea for Hari there. He gave tea Hari, but Hari was feeling very guilty. Then Anil took out a note and handed over to Hari and telling that from today I will pay you for your work. But Anil didn't show anything on his face that he knew everything about that, because the note, 50 rupees note, was wet. It was drenched. And Hari was also thinking he knew everything, but he is not showing anything on his face. At the same time, Anil told Hari that from today we will learn sentences and I will pay you for your work also. So Anil also pretended that I didn't know anything about that, and Hari also pretended that he did nothing wrong. And in the same way, both of them started living together. Dear friends, now we have enjoyed the story. We know everything about the story. What is the theme of the story? We know the characters in the story, and now we have to solve the activities from English workshop. And now we have got here first activity, complete the web diagram. Let's solve this activity, Anil's virtue. Dear friends, virtue means behavior showing high moral standard. We have to think about the Anil's character. And how was Anil's character? What were the virtues of Anil? Guess? I think you got the answer. Anil was easygoing. Anil was simple. Anil was kind. Anil was pleasant. So dear friends, these were the virtues of Anil. Now let's think about Hari. How was Hari? Hari's vices. Dear friends, vices means here moral or wicked behavior, wicked personal character. So we have to think about Hari's character. How was Hari? Guess? Yes, you got the answer. Hari was cunning. Hari was untruthful. Hari was shrewd. Hari was insincere. Dear friends, we discussed about Anil's virtues and Hari's vices. So let's solve the next activity. Activity number 2. Insert the appropriate word phrase given below in the sentences that follow. Dear friends, we have a set of sentences with the blanks, and we have got in brackets some words and phrases. You have to study the meaning of the words and phrases, and after that you have to fill in the blanks, the phrase and words. Now friends, let's solve this activity. A. I dashed at the school gate when I heard the school bell ring. Guess? Yes, I think you have got the answer. I dashed to the school gate when I heard the school bell ring. Next, B. After the death of my pet dog, my dash dash when dad got me a new pup. After the death of my pet dog, my spirit rose when dad got me a new pup. Next, do not stoop to dash dash just to gain something from someone. Do not stoop to flattery just to gain something from someone. D. The artist completes his painting dash dash. The artist completes his paintings by fits and starts. Next, E. The crime went dash dash for 11 years. The crime went undetected for 11 years. F. When the baby saw its mother, it gave an dash dash smile. When the baby saw its mother, it gave an appealing smile. So dear friends, we have completed this activity, and by this activity we understood the meaning of the words and phrases. Really, we enjoyed this activity. Now let's move toward the next activity. Activity number 3. Find from the text the collocation for the following. Make aware of the student the collocation and compound words are different. Encourage them to use them in their writing. Dear friends, collocation and compound words are different. First of all, we will learn about collocation. Collocations refer to how words go together or form fixed relationship. Dear friends, some words are there, they always go together. They have a different type of relationship. For example, you always go with your friend. Your friend always stays with you. You means your friend. If I see you at the gate, I imagine that your friend must be with you. So in the same way, there is collocation. So some words are there in English language, they always go together. For example, big, enormous, large, these are adjectives. House, lorry, cup, these are nouns. So these adjectives go with the nouns. So there is some type of relationship between them. I can say big house, enormous lorry, large cup. Another example, fast, shiny, expensive, car, motorbike, aeroplane. So dear friends, I can say fast car, shiny motorbike, expensive aeroplane. Another, very, really, extremely. So these adjectives go with interesting, hot, generous. I can say very interesting, really hot, extremely generous. Next example, brown, straight, long, fence, hair, line. So I can say brown fence, straight hair, long line. So these words are there. Such type of pairs of the words are called collocation. So there is extra information about collocations. Collocations may be strong or weak. Means strong collocations are where the link between the two words is quite fixed and restricted. Dear friends, some words are there which always go together. There is no option. Without that word, you cannot use the another word with that particular word. So there is fixed relationship. There is no option. Such type of collocations are called strong collocations. Weak collocations are where a word can collocate with many other words. Some words are there, they can be used with many words. So there is no restriction. So their relationship is flexible. So such type of words are called weak collocation. So dear friends, we came to know about collocation, what is their meaning. So now see, we have some examples, we will solve them. First of all, dog, stray dog, we can call stray dog. Young man, ticket office, light diesel, whole sentences, and rising spirit. So dear friends, there are some collocations there and we studied them. In the same way, dear friends, in this activity we came to know about collocation. We understood the meaning of collocation in next activity we learn about compound words. So automatically you will understand the difference between collocation and compound words. Let's move. B. Complete the compound words from the story. We have a set of examples and we have to complete that with the help of the story using compound words. So first of all, we will learn now what are compound words. Do you know what are compound words? A compound word is two or more words linked together to produce a word with a new meaning. Dear friends, in every language there are millions of words and there is no separate word for separate meaning. So there is word formation. There is a topic of word formation. We use prefix to make a new word. Sometimes we use suffixes to make a new word. New words are formed using some tricks there. So in the same way, compound words are also part of that. Okay, compound words means two words are there. Joining with two words, we form a new word. So in this way, for example, toothbrush. Tooth and brush, both are the separate words, both are different words, but we have formed using tooth and brush, toothbrush. Eco-friendly, eco plus friendly, eco-friendly. Animal plus lover, animal lover. So dear friends, earphone, parking ticket, blackboard, rescue team, post-war, pre-lunch, self-interest, semi-skilled, into, nowadays, everyone, everything, nobody. So these were the examples of compound words. So you understood what are compound words now. It is really interesting topic of compound words. Now let's solve this activity. First, oil rich, easygoing, moonlight, 50 rupee and clock tower. So you can use another words also. So dear friends, it was really interesting activity and we saw this activity. We learned a lot of things. Now you came to know the difference between compound words and collocations. Now let's move toward the next activity. C activity. Pick out from the story 3 or 4 examples of code mixing Indian words used in English. Dear friends, first of all we will learn code mixing. This was the story in English, but some Hindi words are used in the story. So this is called code mixing. Let's understand what is exactly code mixing. Do you know? Yes, you know. Okay, let's understand what is code mixing. Code mixing is the mixing of two or more languages or language varieties in speech. Code mixing is a result of bilingualism and multilingualism. Dear friends, when we speak any language, at that time we take the help of other languages, phrases or words to create different effect. We use them deliberately. So such type of examples are in code mixing. Naturally, while communicating feelings or message exactly and effectively, the speaker makes use of code mixing. So when we want to deliver a message effectively, at that time we use code mixing. It is therefore not the weakness of the speaker who makes use of code mixing. On the other hand, it is the strong point of the speaker who uses such a code mixed word which conveys his meaning in a more effective way. Example, what is there in name? तुमचे काम तुमची ओळख निर्माण करते. Dear friends, now let's understand some examples of code mixing. Don't worry my dost. In this sentence, dost is Hindi word and it is used in English statement. I know very well, धरलं तर चावतं आणि सोडलं तर पळतं. This is also the best example of code mixing. What an idea, Sarji. Excellent job, Bhav. Must. I'm proud of you. So these were the example of code mixing. So dear friends, I hope you understood what is mean by code mixing, and you have to use always this code mixing in your language. Don't afraid of that you are taking help of another language while speaking English. Activity number 4, read the story carefully and complete the table. Dear friends, we have a table here and there are some columns of the table. First column is there, total number of characters. In second column, you have to write the name of the character, then age, then physical appearance, then the way he was earning money and the quality of the characters. Now let's start. Do you know the first character? Yeah, the first character is Anil. His age was 25. His physical appearance was, he was tall, lean, with a clear, unlined face, and he was earning by writing for magazines and writing books. And his qualities were, he was kind, he was simple, easygoing, pleasant, forgiving, and tactful. The second character is there. Second character is Hari. His age was 15. His physical appearance was, he was thin with many scars on the face. He was earning money by stealing and cheating people, and his qualities were, he was cunning, he was shrewd, insincere, untruthful, ambitious, and grateful. So dear friends, in this story we had 2 characters. Activity number 5, complete the given sentences. Dear friends, we have a set of sentences which are incomplete and we have to read them and we have to complete them. Now let's start to complete the sentences. First, Anil kept Hari as a cook because, do you know the answer? Yeah, because he wanted someone to cook for him. He perhaps also felt sorry for Hari. Second, Hari was grateful. Anil was teaching him to read, write, and add numbers, and all this would be useful to him in his life. C. Hari continued making money by cheating Anil while buying the day's supplies. Next, D. Anil didn't hand Hari over to the police. The reason is Anil was probably too kind-hearted to hand Hari over to the police. He might also have thought that he could try to make an honest man of Hari. If he had handed over Hari to the police, Hari would probably have been very bitter and angry and would have continued in his dishonest ways. Nothing handing him over to the police had a positive effect on Hari and may have changed the way he lived his life. Last one, E. The moral of the story is that if we are good, people are good to us in return. Even thieves respect goodness and kindness. Dear friends, in this way we have completed the activity number 5. Let's move towards the next activity. Activity number 6, think and write in your own words in your notebook. Dear friends, we have a set of questions. You have to find out the answers of the questions and write them in your notebook. I will give only one answer of the first question. After that, remaining questions you have to solve on your own and you have to write the answers in your notebook. Now, let's solve the first question. A. Why did Anil employ Hari as a cook although he could not afford to pay him? Do you know the answer? Yeah. And the answer is, Anil wanted someone to cook for him. He felt that perhaps Hari could cook for him and in return he could feed him as he could not afford to pay him. Anil was also kind-hearted and probably felt sorry for Hari. So in the same way you have to find out the answers and write the answers in your own words. Let's move toward the next activity. Activity number 7. Write a character sketch of Hari Singh with the help of the following points using the paragraph format. Dear friends, we have to write a paragraph about Hari Singh. We have to write a character sketch of Hari Singh with the help of given points in the box. And the points are, we have to write first of all Hari Singh's background, then his dishonesty, then his aspiration, and then his courage to change himself. Now let's start to write this character sketch of Hari Singh. Do you know? Okay, let's start now. Hari Singh was 15 years old, but already an experienced and fairly successful thief. He used to change his name frequently so as not to get caught by his former employers, whom he must have cheated, or by the police. He even cheated Anil when he went to buy the daily supplies of groceries. However, he wished to get an education so that he could become a big and respected man who would be able to achieve a lot. He stole a large sum of money from Anil but regretted it when he realized that in doing so he had lost his only chance of getting an education. He is courageous enough to return the money, even though he knows that he may be caught in the process. However, his desire to change himself is so great that it motivates him and gives him courage to return to Anil. So dear friend, this was the character sketch of Hari Singh. Now let's move towards the next activity. Activity number 8. Frame WH questions to get the answers underlined below. Change the first person pronoun to the second person where necessary. Dear friends, we have a set of statements. Some part of the statements are underlined and we have to frame questions there. Underlined part will be our answer, so it should not be included in your question. So how can we frame questions with the help of remaining part of the statements? So let's start to understand first. First of all, I will give ready-made answers, and after that we will discuss about the way how to frame questions. Now first of all, I hurried back to the room. To the room, this is underlined part, so it should not be included into the questions. Then how will be the question? Where did you hurry back to? B. I had made a study of men's faces. Study of men's faces is our answer. So the question will be like this. What had you made? C. I drew them out without a sound. Without a sound, this will be our answer. So the question will be like this. How did I draw them out? Next, D. The poor man showed acceptance. And the questions will be framed. Who showed acceptance? Who showed acceptance? Last one. I made a tea in the morning, and the question will be like this. When did I make tea? Dear friends, we have a set of sentences and we have framed questions, and we are getting underlined part of the statement is an answer. So now how did I frame these questions? Now first of all, I would like to give you some extra information. Dear friends, underline part of the answers that gives us WH pronoun. Where, what, how, who, when. So we have to use, instead of underline part, the WH questions pronoun. So how can we use them? Suppose, if there is place, to the room. This is a place, so I can use there. Instead of to the room, I will use there where. If there is time, then you have to use when. So now see, in last statement, there is in the morning, that is time. That underlined part shows us time. So I have used there when instead of in the morning. So if there is how, then you have to tell way of doing action. So in C statement, I drew them out. I drew them out without a sound. How? Without a sound. So I have used WH pronoun how. So next, how many? If there are figures, digits, countable things, then we have to use how many. If there are uncountable things, then we have to use how much. And then instead of a person, if we need answer as a person of a person, then we can use who. So dear friends, I told you have to write WH pronouns instead of underlined part. Now to the room I have used where. Study of men's faces I have used what. Without a sound I have used how. On the place of the poor man I have used who, and in the morning I have used when. So dear friends, I told you how I selected WH pronouns instead of underlined part. Dear friends, we have discussed now how can we use WH pronouns instead of underlined part. After that we have to frame the question. After WH pronoun we need helping verb, and if there is no helping verb in a sentence, then we will use the do, does, did. Now see the first statement. In this first sentence there is no helping verb. The main verb of the sentence is hurried and there is no helping verb. In a such case we need helping verb, but there is no helping verb in the statement. So what will you do? Then we have to take the help of do, does, did. Now we have to take the help of do, does, did. Now see, hurried, it is in past tense, so I will take the help of did here. So I have used in the questions did after where. And now after that we have to use pronoun, subject of the sentence. So subject of the sentence is I. So I have used you there because in the question it is given change the first person pronoun to the second person where necessary. So where did you hurry? I have used hurry, not hurried, because we have taken out did from hurry. So I have used only hurry there. I cannot use hurried because we have used did there as a helping verb. So the question of the statement is where did you hurry back to? Now second, B. I had made a study of men's faces. The study of men's faces, instead of that underlined part, I have used in question there what. Okay, what I have used. Now let's see. I had made. In this sentence, had is helping verb. So we don't need to take the help of do, does, did. Okay, now I had made. So it is very easy to frame questions. Instead of underlined part, I have used what. After what we need helping verb, so I have used had, and then after had we have to use subject, and the subject of the statement is I. So we have to turn that I into you there. So I have used that you. Okay, and made, it will be there as it is in the sentence, but we cannot write study of men's faces in the question because it is our answer. So the question is there, what had you made? Now let's understand from third statement. See, I drew them out without a sound. Okay, without a sound, this is our underlined part and it is our answer. So instead of underlined part, I have written how there because it is the way of doing thing. Without a sound means how. Then after that, dear friends, in this sentence there is no helping verb. There is main verb drew. So drew, it is the past form of draw. So I will use helping verb did there. I will use helping verb did. Okay, so we got helping verb did. But we cannot write drew as it is. Though, so if we removed did from drew, so it will be draw only. Okay, so after how I will write did helping verb. Okay, after that I will write subject I, and then I have to write the main verb draw. I have written draw there because we have taken did before subject. So how did I draw them out? This will be the questions. So you understood now how we can frame questions. Okay. D. The poor man showed acceptance. So dear friends, the poor man, this is a person. So we have to write instead of poor man only who, and remaining part you have to write. You have to write who. In the question of who, no need to use did, do, does, did like this. Just you change the person and write there who only, who showed acceptance. Last one, I made tea in the morning. So in the morning, this is our answer. So instead of in the morning, we will write when. Okay, so this is showing time. So we'll write there when. After when, we need helping verb. So dear friends, in this sentence there is no helping verb. The main verb is made. It is also in past tense. So I will take did. Again we will need the help of did here. So make, it is past form. If I remove did from made, then it remains make only. Okay, if we remove did, then the main verb turns into the first form of the verb. Okay, I made tea. So how will be our question? Then instead of in the morning, I will write when. Okay, after that I need helping verb did. So I have taken did from made. So it is in past. So I have got helping verb did only. So I have written did. When did. Then subject I, and the main verb is make. I have written make, not made, because we have used did there. So it will be make only. So the question will be, when did I make tea? So dear friends, I have tried on my best level to tell you how can you frame questions. Dear friends, while framing questions, you need the knowledge of WH pronouns. Without helping verb, you cannot frame questions. If there is helping verb, then you have to write that helping verb after WH pronoun. But if there is no helping verb, then you have to take the help of do, does, did. So in this way, dear friends, we have solved this activity. I hope you would have understood this activity. And activity number 9, imagine that Anil catches Hari red-handed. When Hari is stealing the money from under the mattress, compose a short dialogue between the two, which reflects Anil's shock and Hari's repeated apologies. Dear friends, you have to write a dialogue between Anil and Hari. You have to write in the dialogue, when Hari was stealing the money from under the mattress, Anil caught him and Anil got a shock, and at the same time Hari was repeatedly apologizing for his misbehavior. So you have to write the dialogue between Anil and Hari. Now start writing the dialogue. Thanks for watching. Ajay English Word.